about a year ago, I learned a word. The word is called paradox. By definition, paradox is an idea, a concept that seems to be contradictory, but in actuality, it's actually true. Let me give an example. An example of a paradox is if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. Here's another paradox. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is I know nothing. Paradoxical statements seem to be ideas and concepts and these sayings that essentially seem to be contradictory, but in actuality there's an element of truth that is very transformative and very powerful. Here is a paradoxical reality that I just learned while we came back from Philadelphia at the Institute for Achievement of Human Potential with Isaiah. And that is that you have to lose control to have control. I know it's powerful. Now watch this. At the Institutes, we learned that for the next 6 months, Isaiah is going to be doing another program for the intensive treatment program. Part of this new program is called a gravity-free environment, creating a gravity-free environment. This is part of the device that we're going to be using to literally suspend Isaiah in midair. This connects to a clip on the top of a board that we built, and this quick jar here connects to his harness and literally lifts him up from the ground, and it suspends him in the air for the purpose of developing the integrative parts of his brain. When you develop those parts of the integrative parts of the brain, the human brain, the individual is able to live normally as you and I live, and you and I walk, and you and I talk, etc., etc., etc. But the most remarkable thing is this. The reason they gave us this program is because the medical staff over there at the institutes recognized in Isaiah that every time we were trying to help Isaiah and every time we were trying to do the program with Isaiah, Isaiah was constantly in control. He was constantly fighting against us, fighting against our efforts to help him. And the more he fought, the less he actually received the help that he needed. He needed to lose control to have control. And the only way that the institutes looked and evaluated and came to the conclusion of to make this happen and make it a reality for Isaiah was to remove the element of gravity, to remove the element of control so that he can actually have control. So there's the paradox. The paradox is to have control. You have to lose control to have control. I've realized in the spiritual life, it's identical. We have to lose control to have control. We have to lose the control that we think we have, that we think we need, and that we think we can do without God, and recognize that when we have God and we realize that He is in ultimate control of everything, it changes our human perspective. It changes our life. It's a paradox that literally fulfills itself as a veracious truth in our human existence. You have to lose control to have control. The Bible makes a very interesting statement in the book of Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, perhaps one of my most favorite Bible texts, and it says, "For fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." Here God is reminding every single human being who chooses, who desires, who yearns after Him, He's reminding them of the reality that He is in ultimate control. And when you lose your personal control to Him, I know it sounds weird, but when you lose control to Him, you actually gain control of your life. Because your life now becomes oriented, and your life now becomes developed into what it's supposed to be. So this particular week, remember, try it. Lose control to have control. So until the next time, this is Pastor Tello reminding you that thoughts do change lives.